This is how to learn to drive manual transmission vehicles. First step that you want to do while trying to get acquainted with your vehicle, put your e-brake down. As you can see, mine's down there. It's foot activated. Push that all the way to the floor, and then you can proceed to practice with the engine off. Grab your shift lever, push the clutch in, simulated, and just roll through the gears. Even though the engine's off, it doesn't matter if the clutch is in or out. It's just a habit. So just go from first here, you can see mine, to second, to third, to fourth, to fifth. And then back to neutral. You can tell that by going side to side. And then go to reverse. There's reverse. So now that you have you're acquainted with your shift lever and the positions that you need to go for the gears, we can work on the engagement of the clutch. See the 3 pedals down there. You got the clutch, you got your brake, and you got your accelerator, so your gas. First thing you want to learn is just where the clutch takeoff point is. The easiest way to do that is to start the vehicle. For this case, I have a 2005 Ford Ranger. So yeah, here we go. Clutch has to be in all the way to start the vehicle. You want to make sure your shift lever's in neutral as well. And then you can let up the clutch. That's just if you're stationary. Now to start, clutch in, first gear. In this instance, I'm just going to show you the pickup point for my particular vehicle. And you guys could practice on your own. I still have the e-brake engaged, by the way. So just let the clutch out slowly. It should start engaging soon. And if you can hear it, you'll hear the engine start to struggle. Secondly, my RPM gauge is dropping. See that? And you feel the vehicle slightly move as well. Now, do that a few times, and you'll start to learn where your pickup point is for your clutch. See, for me, I could just do it. E-brake's still on. You hear the engine, it's struggling, it's struggling. You let it a bit more, very slowly. The RPMs will start dropping. The truck wants to go forward, but because you have the e-brake on, it won't. So now you do that, practice that a couple of times, and then you'll know where your clutch pickup point is. So, foot on the brake, release your e-brake. So now my e-brake is off. Same thing we just did there. We're going to try and stall the truck slowly by letting the clutch out. The RPMs will die off slightly. You'll hear the engine kind of struggle a bit. The truck wants to go, start releasing the brake pedal. And the truck should start moving, your vehicle should start moving, and then just release the clutch all the way, and then that's it. Practice that a few times. By a few times, I would think, I don't know, 5 to 10 times, and by the 5th or 10th time, depending on how fast you learn, you'll be able to take off normally without using any gas. And this comes in really helpful when you're on a hill and you need to have the brake on as well. So again, foot's on the brake, clutch is in, we're in still first gear. I'm going to let the clutch out slowly. Listen to the engine, listen to the how it struggles a bit. Watch the RPM gauge. You'll see it slightly drop. The truck feels like it's kind of struggling a bit. Release the brake, release the clutch, give it some gas, and away you go. Clutch in, brake on, slow down, practice again. This time, just practice without using the brake. It should start off much faster. No gas. Just using the clutch and just feathering the clutch. You feather the clutch till the vehicle starts to move. Once the vehicle starts moving, you can start feathering the clutch out a little bit more. You don't want to hold it too long because you would be riding the clutch. So once you start moving at a decent pace and you see the RPMs become steady, then just release the clutch all the way. Again, so we're going to have the foot on the brake, clutch in, still in first gear, we haven't shifted gears yet. Release the clutch slowly, again, with the foot on the brake. This is, again, practicing, this is how I think it should be done, because if you're on a hill, You don't want to be rolling into someone behind you. So clutch out, slowly, slowly, slowly. You hear it struggling, you see the tachometer dying off. Release the brake slowly, release the clutch, and there it is. The RPMs died down to about 500, but then once we got going there, they picked up to 1,000. Now, as you see, without using any gas whatsoever, see that? There's the brakes, the clutch, and the accelerator gas. We are moving without using any gas. That is because the engine naturally wants to rev at around 1,000 RPMs just to maintain its idling RPMs to not stall out. It's got a natural tendency that it wants to keep running regardless. Yeah, what happens is when you stall is you overcome that natural tendency. So just using the clutch, you can start the vehicle off without using any gas. And I recommend that you do that first on obviously a flat parking lot. It's the easiest way to learn. Again, practice using the clutch with the brake engaged will teach you that where the clutch pickup point is, the friction point some people call it, and that will help you on hills, especially inclines for parking garages and stuff. You get nervous and you give it too much gas and you burn up your clutch, or you spin your wheels or whatever. So just again, practice with using the clutch only. As you can see there's my feet, foot's on the brake, release the clutch. I don't know if you felt that or seen it, or I guess you couldn't feel it, but if you've seen it and heard it, the clutch is starting to engage. If I release it a little bit more, the truck is starting to struggle. As you can see the tachometer. And release the brake pedal. This is only releasing the brake pedal with the clutch at the same point, and then our clutch is fully released. Again, no gas. The vehicle will pull itself without any gas. I wanted to do this video to kind of correct that that idea that you must give gas in order to start a manual. No, you do not. Just brake on again, clutch in, still first gear. We haven't gone out of first gear. Release the clutch. Engine starts to die. Release the brake, release the clutch a bit more, and there you go. That's it. So now that we've learned to drive a standard, start off in a standard without using an accelerator, we can now start with the gas. This is very useful in terms of heavy traffic and just becoming more efficient at it. So